Who's ready for new Zelda on Switch this year? And I'm not talking about the Wind Waker Twilight Princess ports that everyone believes are for sure coming, because guess what? Maybe they're not. Maybe there's a different Zelda game in our midst and a different type of title that we're going to be playing later this year. Today we've got updates on the big rumor about a Zelda protagonist title coming to Switch and soon. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hit that like button if you're ready for new Zelda in 2024. Time flies, but not that fast, friends. Anyways, 2023 was Tears of the Kingdom. 2020 was Age of Calamity. 2017 was Breath of the Wild. And 2019 was Link's Awakening. Those years are out of order, but we do have new details on Papagino's hint that a Zelda main character-led Zelda game is coming. He posted a video and has a new update in his podcast talking about that he's confident in this Zelda protagonist title, that he didn't just tweet it out for no reason, that he wasn't just trying to be cute, that it wasn't just to troll people, that it's legit. Here's that original tweet right here. The capitalized letters spell this is a hint, and he's letting people know that a Zelda-centric game is what he believes is coming. Now, Papagenos also says that he can't speak in depth about it right now, but he might in his June Direct predictions video. Dun, dun, dun. That to me says a lot. If he can't talk about it right now, but he's going to talk about it in his June predictions video, it's probably coming in June. It's probably going to get announced in June, and my guess is maybe he's waiting for more of a green light from other leakers. If Pyro starts squawking about a new Zelda, maybe Papageno will feel comfortable letting loose what he has if Necrophilippe or others start discussing this, or maybe he just wants to save it for a big video around that time. I don't know. But either way, saving it for his June Direct predictions, I mean, for all we know, the June Direct is the only big Direct this year, the only general Direct, so that would be the place to announce it. He goes on to say it's not related to the haircut concept art for TOTK that he showed in that initial tweet. He just used that image as an opportunity to tweet out the hint. So the haircuts and the image and the TOTK have nothing to do with it. It's not related in any way. It's not. He also says that it's not related to the rumored Breath of the Wild enhanced port for Switch 2, so that throws out any idea that maybe there'd be some extra content or that he's referencing an upcoming Switch 2 game. This sounds like something that will fit in the interim between now and Switch 2. So everybody is getting excited and everybody is jumping down one pathway, which is Hyrule Warriors. Everybody thinks a new Hyrule Warriors game is due, a new Warriors game in general, whether it's Xenoblade Warriors, another Fire Emblem Warriors, another Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity dropped in 2020, and a year and a half later, they already popped out Fire Emblem Warriors again. So they make those happen quickly. Now, I personally don't think a new Hyrule Warriors would be that exciting. We already have plenty of Warriors titles on the Switch, including 2 Hyrule Warriors, one a port, one a new entry. And is there really a main character in a Hyrule Warriors game? Is there really like a title character? Can you really say that Princess Zelda is the main character? I suppose you could, but wouldn't that feel a little bit like cheating, kind of? Like, there's so many characters in those games. If Princess Zelda is in there, is she the main character? Is she the title character? The only way to me that works out is if Link is not in that game. Now, could that be the case? Could they be diving deep into TOTK and Breath of the Wild lore? Could they be pulling something out to have Zelda be the focus and not have Link? Maybe. But my greater hope, my far greater hope, is that this is related to a new 2D title or an alternate genre title. Link's Awakening came out in 2019, and that's longer ago than a Warriors game. So if you believe that we're due for a Warriors, we are sure due for a 2D Zelda. Now, remember this. Nintendo consolidated their home console and handheld console markets with the Switch, so there's been no opportunity to release 2D Zelda except on the Switch. And they've done it once with a remaster/remake of Link's Awakening. They have not created a new 2D Zelda, I believe, since Link Between Worlds, which is a fantastic game. And we know it's not that because that features Link as the main character. A Zelda-driven 2D Zelda would be so sick. And I legitimately think it could be a huge contender for one of the best games of the year. Maybe not game of the year because a 2D title, it's tough to do that, but it would be a contender. I think that they could make some incredibly interesting puzzles and really make a very compelling story and build a super unique art style. We don't know what they would do. Would they go with the more like puppety toy type style of Link's Awakening? Would they go with some really HD 2D style to make it look like Minish Cap, but way less pixelated? Would they create a whole new style? I don't know. But I'm really hoping that it's a 2D game or an alternate genre game and not another Warriors title, because Warriors would dilute the point of Princess Zelda being the focus character, the main princess, the main protagonist. There's so many characters, it just seems like it would feel like a cheap skate way to make Zelda the main character by utilizing a game that already has tons of other characters. No, Zelda deserves to be in the spotlight, like Princess Peach was in her Showtime release. Now, you could also do a different genre game, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be a Warriors title or a 2D Zelda. It could be a 3D game. It could be a 3D game that takes a totally different twist and spin on the Legend of Zelda franchise, and maybe it's not a dungeon diving RPG. Maybe it's something different. I really don't know what that would be. I don't necessarily want a Princess Zelda cooking game or a Princess Zelda board game or a Princess Zelda, you know what, actually a Hyrule town builder that was kind of like an Animal Crossing spinoff, but also a Zelda spinoff. That would be pretty hot. But other than that, I don't know what they would do. A platformer with Princess Zelda doesn't necessarily feel appropriate, but maybe. I mean, I'd be super down for a unique platformer with Princess Zelda that incorporated Zelda elements and puzzle solving, or even just like a Captain Toad style game with Zelda as the focal character solving puzzles. Zelda's a great character for puzzles with magic, with all sorts of Zelda type items. Could be very neat. But I feel like it's going to boil down to a 2D title or a Warriors title, and I'd love to know where you fall. Do you want this to be another Warriors game, knowing that we have a lot of Warriors games? And I think even more importantly, knowing that this would be sort of a very easy way to say Zelda's the main character when you probably have other characters. And even if Link's not on the box art, you probably can unlock Link later in the game. So like, what the heck are we even doing? I think this is more likely going to be, if we believe Papagino's rumor at all, right? Like, we could get to the June Direct and find out, oh, it's just Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. This was a false alarm. We have had false alarms. You got to be careful of that. If it's not Pyro, there's a chance. Everybody else has been wrong at some point. Everybody else has had either bad info, jumped to conclusions, misheard, misunderstood. So there's a chance this doesn't happen at all. But if it does, I sure hope it is a 2D title featuring Princess Zelda. I think that's the ultimate release, and I think it's a great late cycle release. 2D Zelda obviously is not as popular or as powerful as 3D Zelda, but 2D Zelda still has produced some incredible titles, some of the best of all time. Link to the Past is undefeated, and many of those 2D titles are still fondly remembered, whether it's Minish Cap, Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, plenty of others, Link's Awakening even. Now, Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages have been teased as remake material, but they did release on Virtual Console, and Nintendo is so remake heavy right now, I think that it would be in their best interest to drop a new 2D Zelda. And if it's going to have Zelda as the main character, it surely can't be Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Unless they do some weird hybrid remastering remake, but switching out the main character. Like, could they do Ocarina of Time, but you play as Zelda? Is that even humanly possible? I don't quite know. But I don't want it to be Warriors, and I'm sorry, Warriors fans, if you're hopeful. There could be a Xenoblade Warriors game. There could be no Warriors game, but I don't want the Zelda slot taken by a Warriors. I personally would rather 2D. I personally would rather Wind Waker come back. I would personally rather Twilight Princess come back than another Warriors game, because we have 2 of those on Switch, just in Hyrule, and then 2 others in the Fire Emblem universe. You know, it's time for a mix-up. We haven't had a 2D Zelda in 5 years. Release the 2D Zelda. Metroid Dread was phenomenal, and then we're following that up, hopefully, with Metroid Prime 4. We had Tears of the Kingdom. Now let's go a little bit backwards and do the 2D, but do it right with Princess Zelda as the main character, and make something that is super memorable. I think that is the ultimate way also to draw attention to your 2D title. The 3D Zeldas get a lot of buzz. You didn't really do DLC for TOTK. Zelda, main character, 2D, awesome, gorgeous art style in a relatively slow Nintendo Switch year. It's a big hit. It's a big seller. I think it could be absolutely incredible. Just don't be a Warriors game. Anyways, I'll keep you posted with Papagino's drops closer to his June Direct predictions video and any other details that may pop out from any other leakers. But right now, fingers crossed that we hear about this Zelda game in a month. June is a month away. The Direct could be 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away. I'm freaking pumped. I hope you are as well. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. SwitchForce out.